for me. It was just this perfect textbook. And I was perpendicular, being perfect shot right behind the shoulder blade. I mean, what else? I mean, now we have a bull coming in. But hey, no complaints. There's a big bull that has been seen. Giant bull. Like giant. And he's just bugling at us. We're waiting here, so I mean, feel blessed. Alison, yeah, just good shot. But we couldn't get on camera because I just turned and she was right there already. So I didn't have time to push on my GoPro. But at an exact, I mean, just everything worked out. Like, and it's a dry cow. It was by herself, not a monster, which will be good because we're pretty far out. So it's gonna be some great meat. So I'm gonna give it a little time, let her expire, and then we're gonna pick up the blood trail.
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
That was really exciting.
Yeah, Alison saw it coming right to her.
I didn't even know if you were gonna get a shot because I thought she was coming right to me.
Oh,
I was how many yards behind you calling? How many yards? How many yards was I behind you calling?
30, 40 yards, 40 yards.
And she was coming like straight at me to my call, and so I didn't know if he was gonna get the shot or not. And then I heard the shot, and it sounded really good, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
It all happened so
she
fast.
went running, so hopefully we find her.
Yeah,
pretty close.
I mean, it definitely hit maybe the backside shoulder blade, but I mean, it was still the arrow was sticking out that much. So have a good 10 inches in her.
So
she wasn't a big cow, so should be good.
We'll give her a little bit of time, and then we'll try to pick up the blood trail.
Yeah, before
see
the
if we
bears.
can't find her.
Somebody shot a 6x6 close to here. There's a lot of bears, so we gotta.
And I have a deer tag too to fill.
Yeah, so now Alison's gonna get deer, and I was gonna sit the carcass and shoot a bear even better. So stay tuned. We're gonna be eating good. Gorgeous day in Colorado.
I knew I bought extra mashed potatoes for a reason. I felt like we were gonna be having steak tonight. I mean, we got close a lot of times. So, I mean, we've been working really hard. And finally, he had his shot. Really excited.
I'm gonna go look for the blood trail. Alison just found the arrow, and looks like I got, good penetration. About this much. That's the whole chest cavity. So, we're gonna be eating some tenderloins today. That's way deep. I mean, that's way deep. For a square on shot. I mean, that went right through both lungs. So, we're in good shape. Great shape. She can't be too far, It's pretty hot, so we gotta get to work.
Stephane found the first drops of blood. Found the blood trail.
Hair. It looked like maybe hair. Blood everywhere. I mean, you start looking, there's a hole. She's bleeding really good. That's why she went over the ridge here. She jumped over this. I don't think she went too far. Just found her 100 yards. She disappeared around the logs here, and she gave it one last, or I could tell she was starting to fatigue, and I knew she wouldn't be too far over. And then sure enough, she's piled up right there. So yeah, less than 100 yards.
Good job, good job.
Pretty exciting. I mean,
Awesome.
this is what day 4.
Yeah, day 4.
I mean, we lose track because we just hunt pretty hard and just keep going with it. We've had close encounters.
Every day.
Every day. Every day.
Yesterday we called a spike into 10 yards,
10
but
yards.
spikes aren't legal.
Perfect shot. I'm so happy. That's what I thought I did. Right behind the shoulder blade. I mean, double lung there. Maybe even a little heart. I mean, come see this.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Got a big pack out, but at least she's in the shade, which we're lucky for.
Nice big cow. Great shot.
Yeah, great shot. So we gotta get to work. I mean, it's hot, so we gotta get the meat out. And we're about a mile and a half from camp, but that's us the crow fly. And if you look around, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of blowdowns.
This is the
Blowdown city.
crazy area that she chose to run to.
But it's okay.
And it's not an easy mile and a half. It's
Straight
treacherous. We've
Straight
been
up.
in this area hunting the last couple days. We've been all over this area, and it is going to be
It's gonna be a work.
one of our, it's probably going to be our hardest pack out ever, but it's early in the day,
Yeah, it's 11:30,
and this is what we came here for, so
so by 5 o'clock we'll be done.
this is so awesome. And we have 2 more tags. Stephane has a bear rifle, and I have a deer archery. So
We're in good shape.
day 4, we have plenty of days left to get it done, and I am so proud of you. Archery, elk, 4th day,
I mean, there's a lot of
beautiful,
hunters.
beautiful cow.
A lot of hunters.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of elk,
Yeah.
but just
low
couldn't get it done until right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of hunters.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't pass her up. She was a dry cow, you know, she was by herself. We called, Alison did a great job. I mean, I didn't even hear her coming. I mean, where we were, there was no branches.
I didn't hear her
And I
either.
just turned my head to the right, and there she was looking at me. I'm like, darn it. And I was next to some pretty big tree, so at least I had a low cover. So I had to decide at that point if I was going to turn the GoPro on or just make a move for it. As soon as she went behind the tree, I just swung my bow to the other side. And, you know, I mean, I didn't even have to range her. She was 20 yards. So
I mean,
she was
I
looking
didn't,
at Alison.
I didn't hear her come in, but all of a sudden I see her coming right toward me, and
Yeah.
I didn't know if Stephane had an angle on her, and she was coming right to me, and I'm thinking, great, she's coming to me, and
Yeah.
I don't have the tag.
Yeah.
And then boom, I hear him shoot, and I see
Yeah.
her turn and run, and I was so happy that he got
Alison
that
was
shot.
going to turn the camera on, but she thought she was going to hear it coming. So she was calling and, you know, didn't hear anything, so she didn't have time to turn the camera on. Otherwise, it would have been a perfect shot. She would have seen her spun, and, you know, it's all right. Can't complain, you know. There was a little sun, so maybe the lens would have shown, whatever the case is. We've got some great meat here.
I mean, it just
Very
happened so
happy.
fast.
So, yeah,
Whew.
we got to get her all quartered up and the meat
Yes.
hanging, and
Let's
we'll
get
got to
to
start
work.
packing her out. Just climbed a heck of a hill. We're almost home. Almost. Kid you not, this is no joke. You think you're in shape until you pack 2 hindquarters of an elk out. Then you realize you're not. I'm no pack mule. Just a wannabe.
So we're about to cook up this elk for the first time, but before we do, I just want to say a few things about this whole experience. Elk hunting is one of the most magnificent adventures that anybody could ever take. People ask me, why do you hunt? How could you hunt? How could you kill an animal? It's something, I guess, that you just have to experience, but I'm going to try to explain. When you push yourself that hard, we work so hard physically, we work hard mentally, we wake up at the crack of dawn at 5 a.m., we go late until we're leaving the forest at 8 o'clock, usually back at camp by 8:30, quarter to 9. We eat, we go to bed, we do it all over again. Why do we push ourselves so hard? Why do we work that hard when we could just simply go to the supermarket and buy some meat? I'll tell you why. Elk meat that you harvest yourself in the woods, on public lands, in an over-the-counter unit with bow and arrow, when you get out there and you push yourself and you work that hard, it makes it so rewarding. And that meat, there's no meat in the grocery store that comes close to what this elk meat taste like. The quality, the organic nature. These elk are eating the most natural things in their environment. They're not grass-fed. It's lean, it's juicy, it has no gamey flavor. This cow that Stephane just harvested, it is going to be the most phenomenal meat. How do I know? Because it's not the first elk that we harvested. We've been eating elk meat for at least 5 or 6 years now, and every single time we eat it, we feel so blessed. We're not just going to eat this elk meat in this meal that you're about to see. This cow elk that Stephane harvested is going to last us the whole entire year. And every single time we eat it, I guarantee you, one of us mentions how delicious it is and how blessed we feel. Because when you work that hard and you can harvest something that nobody else can have unless you go through that experience, it makes it so special. All right, we're going to prepare this beautiful inner loin. I'm just going to start by spraying it with some Pam. And then we have
Montreal
our
steak.
favorite Montreal steak seasoning.
Yep.
Just going to sprinkle it on.
Now it's ready to go on the grill. That's gonna be yummy. Alison made some mashed potatoes and peas to go along with it. So yeah, let's slap it on. Ah, it looks ready. So look at this beauty. Just letting it sit, cool down a little bit so it keeps its juices. And I'm about to slice it up and see what we got. But this is filet mignon, so you know, inside loin doesn't get more tender than this. This meat should be supreme, you know. So we're about to find out, but that'd be my guess. Be some of the best meat we ever had, you know. So we've had a lot of meat, but let's see. Let me cut it up. Look at that. Just
After eating too many cup of noodle soup,
oh, yeah.
we are ready for a good meal.
Yeah.
To taste this beautiful elk that Stephane harvested.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one that all comes all worth it. All that work, you know, pays off. We're gonna have some great meat for a long time. And this is some of the best meat. I mean, look at this. Nice and juicy.
Wow,
I mean,
wow.
Yeah, so we're about to dish it out. Alison made some nice potatoes, as you saw, and got little peas, and we're about to feast.
All right, look at that plate of food. So excited.
Yep.
Yum. Can't wait to dig in.
This is, I'm going to venture to say, I mean, I hate to say it, but better than most five-star restaurant, and we're camping here.
Oh, yeah.
That meat's going to be unbelievable. Even though it's pretty, you know, basic the way we did it, it's still going to be some of the most delicious food we've ever had right here. So let's dig in and find out if I'm just, you know, blowing smoke.
I don't think so. So people have said to me how lucky Stephane is that his wife will come hunting with him and let him put mounts up all over the house and eat his wild game. But I always respond that I'm the lucky one because Stephane really introduced me to this lifestyle. Going out in the woods, hiking all day, being part of nature. You saw some of the clips of getting so close to the squirrels and the chipmunks and seeing the deer and seeing the elk, and just really, instead of watching nature on TV, being part of nature, living in the woods, being with the animals, being part of the cycle of life. I mean, you know, a lot of people are against hunting, but truly, we have canine teeth, we're supposed to be eating meat, and this is the way that our ancestors have gathered and hunted their meat for eons. We wouldn't be here today. Stephane introduced me to this life, and I feel so blessed. He is such a good hunter. He will never gloat about himself, but to get it done on public lands with the bow and arrow on day 4 of the hunt, when, I mean, there's so many other hunters here, the animals are being pressured. I mean, he hunts like nobody I know. He's taught me so much. And I am so blessed because I get to enjoy
What hunting's all about. Catching dinner.
freshly harvested elk meat out in camp in a beautiful surrounding.
Yeah.
With peas and mashed potatoes. I'm a lucky girl.
Wow. Heaven. It's so tender, tasty, no wild game to it, or wild flavor I should say, you know, no wild, what people think of wild game having a weird flavor. This, people would taste it and would say some of the best, they would think it's beef, really. Best beef they ever had. I mean, it's phenomenal. And elk are grazer just like beef. They're just, you know, very healthy. Living in these mountains, they have to be super athletes. They eat all the best stuff, what they should be eating. So it makes the meat phenomenal. And that's really why we go hunting, is for catching your own dinner. But this elk is out of this world. You know, especially a cow elk. A lot of people go for bulls. You know, sure, it's exciting to call them in. They're big, you know, they're beautiful. But cow elk tastes better in September because those bulls, when they're rutting, their tarsal glands start to emit the smell, and it permeates the meat some, and you can taste it some. But cow elk like that, you would never know it. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Alison was saying how lucky she is, but really, I'm the lucky one. I introduced her to this. She took to it. I mean, 2 years ago was our first time. Actually, we came in the same spot, and she harvested a bull with a bow. She called it in herself, her first time attempting going for elk with a bow, an over-counter unit in Colorado nonetheless. And she called herself in a nice 4x4. After that, she's been hooked, and you know, it makes it harder when you don't have any success, but she had success right away, and she worked hard. It was on the 7th day, and now she knows it's worth it. Last year she got one too for the bow, 5 yards, and you know, this year, you know, she helped me. She called it in, which was pretty amazing. It made it easier for me because that cow came right to her, and she was focused on Alison, and she was up a hill. She couldn't, you know, be seen, so the elk was curious as she was calling. So I had a perfect shot. It all worked out just like you want it, you know, great shot. Got the meat out quick, and here's the result, you know, and we're gonna be eating good like that for a long time, you know, whole year. So thanks for coming along. We do appreciate your support, you know, watching, supporting us, subscribing, you know, liking, making comments, you know, we do all appreciate that. And I hope you can, you know, get on an adventure like this. I promise you this was quite an adventure. And we also have a bear video because the following day, yesterday, I went out and with Alison's help, you know, she got some footage of the bear hunt, and I got myself my first bear. It was pretty exciting, and it all happened so fast. And if you want to see that, you can watch that video.
You got to see the bear video. I'm telling you, that was some crazy excitement.
Yeah,
crazy excitement.
Yeah, it was exciting to me, I'm not gonna lie.
And I got better footage of the bear. I got the whole thing, for once, got the whole thing on video. Yeah. So please check out part 2 of this series, The Bear Hunt. The
bear hunt, yeah. So until next time, now Alison's got a deer tag, so I'm gonna help her try to get her a deer with a bow here in Colorado. And you know, I'm not an easy unit for deer, but we'll try to get it done. So until next time, you guys take care. And you know, if you want to come on another adventure, you know where it's at, catching dinner. Till next time, you guys take care.